Hello everyone! In this video we will look at a very useful tool. It is a Microsoft Power BI report. It helps project portfolio managers track data, analyze it and make good decisions. All the information comes directly from Microsoft Project Server. I combined the best ideas from my own experience and from other experts. As a result, I created a balanced tool that helps you manage projects easily without unnecessary details. You can use this report from team meetings and discussions. We will look at every part of this report step by step. I will show you how it works, how to get it, and how to set it up. Let's get started. Before we start, I want to offer you a quick challenge. I created this report based on my own experience, but I know that many of you have your own great ideas and tools for project management. So, here is the challenge. Watch the video and evaluate this report. Do you know a better tool or better way to track projects? Leave a comment below. I will read your ideas. If a suggestion gets strong support from our viewers, it will build it into the report. Also, the author of the best idea will get the report for free. Normally, you can download it from my website for a small fee, but the winner will get it as a gift. I would also love to hear your feedback on the tools I shared today. Are any of them necessary? Should we change anything? Tell me what you think. I hope you enjoy this challenge. Let's dive in. Now, let's look at the report itself. In the center, we have a graphical Gantt chart. It shows the timeline for every project in our portfolio. Notice the vertical line for today's date. It updates automatically. Look at the bars. Dark blue shows the completed work. Light blue shows the remaining work. If you see light blue to the left of today's date, it means those projects are delayed, or the data was not updated. As a portfolio manager, this is the first thing you check. It shows whether the project data is fresh and accurate. You can also use this chart as a filter. Just click on one project or select a few projects at once, and all the other visuals in the report will instantly update. It makes analyzing your portfolio very simple and fast. At the top, we have our variance metrics. In my opinion, this is the best tool for tracking project health. After your baseline is approved, you can easily track any deviations from it. Here you can see variances in schedule, it's a time, cost or budget, and work labor hours. We also have a special metric for underused resources, which we will discuss a bit later. Next, you will see two popular R-value metrics, SPI and CPI. They measure your overall schedule and cost efficiency. Notice how all these numbers change when you select different projects. Pay attention to the colors. Green means the variance is small, 10% or less. Yellow means a medium variance, between 10% and 20%. Red means a high variance, over 20%. If a project shows red metrics, it needs your attention immediately. You should check its tasks and find out what went wrong. As for SPI and CPI, red means its value is below 1. This shows that the project is behind schedule or over budget. Green means the value is 1 or higher. This shows that the project on track or even ahead of plan. Now, let's move to the next section, cost. Here we can see how the budget is being spent. You can check the budget of the whole portfolio or for specific projects. For example, look at the Cottage 1 project. 50% of budget is spent, but the project is only 30% complete. This is a clear warning sign. Money is being spent, but progress is slow. Next, we have a milestones table. This table shows all key project milestones and their deadlines. Green means the milestone is completed. Black means it is not completed yet. The days column shows the variance in days. A negative number means the milestone is delayed, but a positive number means you still have a time buffer. For instance, in Project 2, we see a huge delay, almost 1 full year. This means the project has serious issues, or the data has not been updated for a long time. This table helps you quickly spot problematic projects, so you can investigate them right away. Now, let's talk about task analysis. For this, we have two main tools: graphic tasks and the task list. First, let's look at the graphic tasks. It groups all tasks into 4 status: completed, future, on time and off time. Here you see the column of deleted tasks, make it as off time in this layout, or late in the final version. In our example, almost 40% of all tasks are late or overdue, and this is a big problem. You can use this chart as a filter. If you click on this part, the report will show you only overdue tasks across all projects. For instance, Cottage 1 and Cottage 2 have 36 overdue tasks. You can check the delay in days and talk directly to the team members responsible. This table gives you full data: project name, task name, completion percent, schedule buffer, slack. Positive means you have extra time, negative means you are late. Cost, to quickly find the most expensive tasks. Variances, to see where time or costs are growing. And person responsible, to see who owns each task. It's a very convenient tool when you need to handle a large amount of task data quickly. The final section of this report is resource management. It focuses on resources that are overused or underused in the current and upcoming months. This helps us solve present problems right away without getting lost in too much data. First, let's show you an overused resource. Our track CRAN is overused by 57%. To solve this issue, we can talk to the resource owner or hire an additional CRAN for our projects. Next, let me explain underused resources. If a team or equipment sits idle, you still pay for them, but they produce no value. This costs the company money. The report shows you the exact financial loss from underused resources from this month and next month. For example, Grow 1 is underused and it cost us 180,000. By using this view, you can immediately spot where money is being lost, reassign idle teams to other projects, and fix the workload balance. In summary, this report gives project office managers and portfolio leads a clean view of critical areas. Which projects need urgent attention? Which tasks should be prioritized? Which resources are overused or wasting money? I hope you find this tool helpful. Next, I will show you how to download and set up this report. So, how you can get this report? Besides winning our challenge, you can go to my website pmhub.pro. Go to the tutorial section and click the Documents box. Select Monitoring and Control for project server documents and type Power BI, and after that in Search filter to find this report. Click on the report to see details on how to use it. Scroll down to sign in or register. After that, you can download the report for a small fee. Once downloaded, open the report in Microsoft Power BI Desktop. Make sure you are signed into your account. On the main page, click the Edit Parameters. Replace the server URL with your own server address. Simply copy your server address and paste it into the Parameters field. And after that, click Refresh. Everything should work perfectly. If you have any questions or run into issues, feel free to leave a comment below or contact us on the website. And reach us via Telegram, WhatsApp, Viber or email. That is all for today. Thank you for watching. Have a great day and good luck with your projects.